Good morning and welcome to an overcast and windy second day of the Aussie Camino. I'll flick the camera around and show you the weather. Very overcast. The wind has actually died down a little bit, which is good, but no real rain forecast. Well, could be up to 1 mil, but it's not real rain, is it? So yesterday was our first day. Beautiful walk, except we got up and down conditions. So arrived here at the Cape Nelson Lighthouse and stayed at the annex, which is absolutely beautiful, really well kitted out. Highly recommend it. I'll put links to all of this accommodation in the comments at the bottom of the video. So today we are heading to Cape Bridgewater via the Great Southwest Walk, and I did some calculations on Google Earth last night, and we have around about 19.3 kilometres today, and a couple of kilometres on the beach, so it should be something different. And this is where we stayed last night. I think it probably used to be a bluestone cottage, but they've painted it white, which seems to be the go. And I'll probably keep away from those two fellows. Yes, he's got that look. Yeah, okay, I'm out of here. Leave you to it. Yeah, so far so good. The only drawback yesterday is we got here and the cafe was closed. Not a huge deal. We carry food with us, but you know, it's kind of nice at the end of the day to sit down and have a nice coffee and you know, maybe something hot to eat, but not the end of the world. So today we're hoping that the Cape Bridgewater cafe is open. It opens till 4, so we should be there well before then. Hopefully not famous last words, but 19.7 kilometres should be about a 5-hour trek for us with a couple of breaks. So yeah, we'll start the walk very soon. Welcome back if you've come back for the second day. And here we go for day 2. You can see the lighthouse in the background, and these are the other accommodation blocks. I think there might have been someone in that one last night, but apart from that, that was it. The place to ourselves. And there's the cafe from yesterday that was not open, but there is a sign around the front saying they're closed for renovations. So we walked down the road from the entrance to the lighthouse and eventually found a track that came off the road, but it's just taking us back towards the lighthouse, which will intersect with the Great Southwest Walk. So maybe don't do what we did, go stay up at the lighthouse where you come in on the track. There's 2 arrows that point both ways, so obviously that's the right way to go, and we didn't go the wrong way, we just went the long way. So up to you, but maybe you can work it out better than we did. It's really windy today, so I'm not sure what the sound's going to be like. I apologise if it's too good. So yeah, we've had our little shortcut and here we go. Back onto the track. That's what we want to see, Bridgewater Bay. And that's our path ahead. Woohoo! Like a Victorian Forest Commission thingy. I had a plaque, but I don't think we can read it. Great Southwest Walk. Yeah, it's just information about the walk. So it's an interesting marker. So that's what lies ahead of us, and I said at the start of the video, got about 19.7 k's today. The first part of the track is along these cliff tops, and that will go for we'll walk for about 7 kilometres, and then we'll drop down to the beach, a few kilometres on the beach, and then we hop back off the beach and take the trail into Cape Bridgewater. So yeah, I mean, it's really spectacular, but I think on a on a nice day without the wind, I think it would be really, really nice. So, but anyway, it's good. Glad to be here. Beats the hell out of working. Oh, and that's the beach we're headed to. And right over in the distance, I'll zoom in, I can see Cape Bridgewater. See how we go. Just about there, maybe a bit more. There it is. Very wild day. But the wind seems to be dropping, and it's not overly cold, which is good. And I think the forecast in a couple of days is for 30-something degrees in Mount Gambier. So reminds me of walking the Camino in Spain, where you can see the village, you know, your destination for the day, and it looks like it's just over there. And then 10-ish or 12-ish kilometres later, you stagger into the town and you finally arrive. So I'm sure this, well, I know it's the same, because I know that we still have about 16 kilometres to go. So yeah, starting to make our way down towards the beach, just up over that headland, and we should drop down onto the beach. We are away from the cliffs now, and coming back into this nice shrubby area, and away from the howling wind, which is great. So I think probably just over this rise and we'll start to drop down to the beach. So yeah, good times. So some logistic thingies that people might be interested in. So yes, we are carrying heavier packs. So last night, you know, when we got to Cape Nelson Lighthouse, the cafe was closed. We were going to sort of order some food from there and take it back for dinner. But that didn't happen. We thought we were going to have ration packs, but the accommodation also includes bacon and eggs and half a loaf of really nice bread, as well as jams and Vegemite and butters and coffee and tea. So we ended up having breakfast for dinner last night, which means we've still got our ration packs for if we need them. So yeah, it was a really well catered for little unit, just so modern, so comfortable, so cozy. It was just fantastic. We really enjoyed it. So we have got the heavier packs. I mentioned yesterday, I think we're running at around 12 kilos with water. So we are feeling a little bit sore in places today, around the shoulders, thighs, lower back, just the body getting used to the heavier pack. Feet are good though, no blisters, which is always excellent. And yeah, everything's holding up pretty well. So yeah, for those who are interested, there's a little bit of information about the accommodation. Well, so it's about 8 kilometres, and here we are finally dropping down onto the beach. And yeah, we'll start our beach walk. I think it's about 3.5 k's or something before we come up off the beach again. So yeah, so first part of the walk's over, second part beginning. Looks like the tide's going out, so we should be all good to walk along the beach, and hopefully we can find some hard sand. So yeah, if you do this part of the walk, just pick your mark, because when it's high tide, you can see the wave marks there. It really does come right up to the sandbanks here. So there's an alternate track up top that you can take according to the guidebook. So yeah, just pick your mark with this. Make sure the tide's not coming in. Don't get yourself caught out. As you can see, it's low tide at the moment, or tide's going out, so we're all good. So the going is pretty hard. We can't find any hard sand, so we're walking in probably not complete soft sand, but semi-soft, which makes each footstep a little bit tougher. And a lot of seaweed, and the water's really dirty. It's like almost black. It looks like an oil spill. So not sure what causes that, but hopefully it's natural. Yeah, interesting. Cape Bridgewater is slowly getting closer and closer, but still about, I don't know, 10 or 11 k's to go. So good news, weather's cleared up, the wind's not as strong, even the sun's starting to poke through the clouds. So nice, but it's a nice breeze, it's cool, it's really good walking, so enjoying it. Just spotted the red marker up ahead of us, which is a welcome sign, because yeah, we didn't get much hard sand on the beach. It was mainly medium to soft sand, so the going was really hard. So yeah, it'd be good to get on some firm track again. Okay, going to be a bit of a push to get up over that sandy hill. So we turned off the beach, and we're back on the Great Southwest Walk, and this one actually takes us through the Penola campsite. Might even be a walking campground, I'm not sure. And yeah, we continue through there to Cape Bridgewater, but I can tell you that that climb up that sand dune to get off the beach is really tough. So if you've got walking poles, would recommend you use your walking poles. So here we are at the Penola campground. It's got all basic sort of walking camp facilities, nice place to sit in the shade, toilet, picnic table, and yeah, so we just stopped here for a short break, and now we're going to continue to Cape Bridgewater. So from here we have 5.5 kilometres to go. So we're just coming down the steps. Looks like we've got to do the last bit on the beach. I thought there was the Great Southwest Walk continued sort of along the top of the ridge line there, but it seems to be taking us this way. So yeah, I think this last little bit I'll start again. This last little bit will be along the beach, and yeah, there's a marker there, and arrows pointing that way. So we've just come off the beach. We're just coming into Cape Bridgewater now, and hopefully the cafe is open. Across the road is the Seaview Lodge, which is one of the recommended accommodations in Luke's book, but their website's no longer and their phone's disconnected, so I don't think they're operating anymore, so you have to find accommodation elsewhere in Cape Bridgewater, but there's plenty. Good to get off that beach. Again, there was no hard sand, so it was hard going, even though it was only about 1.5 k's, so it's sort of good to be on the footpath. And yeah, fingers crossed that the cafe's open, and people sitting out on the seats, so it's looking like the cafe is open, which is fantastic. We can actually have something to eat and not eat ration packs for dinner. Yay! So we just got something to eat at the cafe, which was great. It wasn't closed, and we even got something for dinner tonight, which is great. And this is just what you need at the end of a long day's walk. That's the stairway to our accommodation. This is our accommodation for the night. We're just checking in now, and with a bit of luck, we'll have one of these little pods here with views down over the ocean and the beaches. Nice. Okay, we have our key and heading to our accommodation. It wasn't one of the ones I thought it would be with the views, but it's up the hill a little bit more. But I think, I'll turn the camera around, I think the view might be blocked by those trees, but we'll find out soon enough. And this one is ours. Nice deck. Oh no, we have a bit of a view through the trees there of the ocean. Very nice. Very peaceful place, Cape Bridgewater, and this is our home for the night. Bring that out a bit so you can see. A little ensuite down the end. Yeah, don't need too much more when you're on the Aussie Camino. Yeah, nice. And I think today we probably did around 6 k's in total on the beaches, and just couldn't find that hard sand. So it's always tough going when you've got a pack on and you've got soft sand to stand on. But my initial thoughts of the Aussie Camino is, you know, it's worth it. Of course, it doesn't have the same infrastructure as what the French way in Camino de Santiago in France and Spain, sorry. And you know, because of that lack of infrastructure, we've decided that tomorrow we will get picked up and we'll be dropped off to Lake Mombiong. So we're going to miss out on the legs to Swan Lake and to Lake Mombiong, simply because we didn't want to carry all our gear. The last time we did it was the Great Ocean Walk, and you know, I think my pack was 21 odd kilos with all the gear in it. Just so you know, with the 2 legs that we're missing out, we did look into getting transport. So we were going to get transport back and forward and back and walk all those legs. And the transport was around $750. So, you know, it's up to the individual whether they want to spend $750 to do that. But, you know, in Luke's guidebook, these are 2 sections that at the moment they recommend skipping. Okay, see you in the morning.